Wanderers, welcome to the Wondering Dutchmen podcast, season 2, episode 55. Thank you for joining us for a Wandering Wednesday show, brought to you by our buddy Kyler Henry. The presenting sponsor of this episode of the Wondering Dutchmen podcast is brought to you by our buddies Kyler Henry and John Voiles and the rest of the folks at K&J Insurance. Over at K&J Insurance, they do more than just sell insurance. They work to craft personalized plans of protection. K&J covers all personal insurance, including the major insurance needs such as home, auto, renters, motorcycle, off-road, and RV insurance. But they don't stop just there. They can also insure your business. You think K&J are done with personal and business insurance needs? Heck no, they aren't. Kyler and John can get you set up with any necessary Medicare plans and life insurance you may need. Talk about a one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Their office is located right next door to us in Petersburg, and you can check out their website, kjinsurance.net, or give them a call today, 812-809-4452.
The Wondering Dutchmen podcast.
Where none of us are Dutch, but we all live in Holland, Indiana. Join us where we talk about what we all wonder about. This is the Wondering Dutchmen podcast coming to you from Smoker's Lounge.
The Wandering Dutchmen. Yeah, yeah. The Wandering Dutchmen. Yeah, yeah. Ho, 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 ho.
Giddy up, ladies and gentlemen, because it's time! Coming to you from Smoker's Lounge, it is us, 3 wanderers and 3 guests sitting there on the couch. No couch guy, because he's still missing. Who knows if he even exists anymore?
I've seen some photos of him on Facebook, so I think he's alive.
Oh,
Those were fake, deep fake.
deep fakes.
No way.
I think
Yeah,
so.
AI generated.
I've seen him with other people. He doesn't look like a people type of person to me.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, I'm Esquire. Joining me at the table is our buddy with no rose-colored glasses because they're currently MIA, but he's back in the sleeveless with the turquoise. He's got his hair up in a little messy bun. He mowed grass today and might as well ripped off the damn side of the deck. It's our buddy,
I didn't
David.
tell her about that yet.
Oh, well, good thing she doesn't listen to the show. It's our buddy, David Allen Smoker, sitting across from me, sporting the Indiana Hoosiers with the turtle shell glasses and the mustache. It's our buddy, friend of the program, friend of the people, Zachary, David Masner.
Hey, guys.
And in the lounge today, we've got some very special guests.
The neighbors.
The neighbors.
It's a hood party.
It's the neighborhood party.
thing.
And it was a
That's right.
mowing party.
Hell yeah.
It was a Kubota mowing party.
It's like one of those things where nothing is few and many are lots.
Yeah.
Takes a village.
There we go. It does take a village to mow a yard, especially when you got a
Found out
batwing mower.
the old tractor's real good at pond dams.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
You got a locker?
Where he
Yeah,
stores
if I
his-
step on the thing, but I didn't.
I usually do when I'm mowing mine.
Well, it's hard to do that and drink a beer and grab the suicide knob and watch out for tree limbs.
Did that cause your deck issue, the suicide knob?
No. That
Do we wanna
suicide
break that
knob
down
ain't
real
got
quick, or we
No.
wanna say-
If anything, it was the locker pedal. I was just slipping in the grass, and I pushed the locker pedal, and next thing you know, right into that fancy fascia of the composite deck.
Ooh. Oh, because that's a composite board.
That's going to be salty.
Well,
It's fine. I tell you what, if you have nice shit, people want to steal it. That's why
I
I
agree.
keep all the bullshit in the
I
front yard.
agree.
if you have that, should be.
I couldn't agree even more.
Hey, that's life advice brought to you by David Allen Smoker.
I
That should
always
have been my final thought.
I
Yeah,
never.
well, we can bring it back for that. Anyways, all right. So, big thank you to Kyler Henry and K&J Insurance for
Hell
bringing
yeah.
today's episode.
Hell yeah.
As we get into it here a little bit, big fella, what do you got going on?
Well,
What do you got going on? It's the ice cold opener.
it's a beautiful day out today.
We 77 degrees.
Got our bellies full of some Gaslight pizza right out of the gate.
I mean, it was a little chilly.
Shut your mouth. It was nice.
It could have been a little warmer.
There was more than 3 pieces.
It was a nice.
I didn't eat any before you guys got here.
You didn't even know it was here.
Hell
it was
no.
all blended into the table.
I was mowing.
Will Billy come out and he said, "Hey Mace, I think my football coach dropped you some pizzas." And I was like, "Yeah, Will Billy, it looks like he did, dirty dog." But I don't know, man. Yeah, it's Thursday, and that means that tomorrow's Friday, and then we go into the weekend, and I'm ready to ease on in.
For real time reference, today is July 18th, so we are recording on our traditional Thursday evening here in the lounge. So, Smoke Dragon, what about you?
You know, I went to work. I remember thinking this last night, and the kids corrected me. For some reason, I woke up in the same way, and I drove all the way to work so happy that it was Friday. The songs were hitting right. We got a river weekend on the Ohio on Saturday. And I got to work, and I put my computer on the dock, and I logged in, and I checked my emails, and I looked at my schedule, and I'm like, why ain't my staff meeting showing up? It's Thursday. So it was real good that the old office ain't got a bridge in it, or I might have pitched myself right off of it.
Oh, yeah. That's tough.
So it took a couple hours to get out of the funk of thinking it was Friday, but it was only Thursday. But then I came home mowing, and it wasn't too hot, and it wasn't too cold.
The
it was
weather's
just
perfect
sweaty
right
enough.
Now. We could damn near pop open that garage and go
hell
al fresco.
Yeah. I've been just grabbing beers as I go.
Al fresco.
But I rigged up a cooler tonight just so I could keep going.
Yeah.
I was only going to mow half the yard, but those beers were hitting.
Do you have just like a whole dump truck or like some sort of large receptacle full of like eye bolts and other hardwares?
Well, I'm a bit of a hoarder.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got coffee tubs full of shit.
No. He knows that I hoard the fasteners as well.
Yeah,
I think that's another one of our.
Yeah, I tell you what, I got in the middle
connections.
of a Kid Rock song, and I was like, man, I had the cooler between my feet, and it was just knocking my ankle balls.
Yeah,
you got to be careful because you got bitch shins.
Yeah,
I know.
Skinny ankles.
Yeah.
Last time I tried to strap a cooler on the lid of the tractor, I had a fastener fail, and it fling that son of a bitch off one side. So I took the time to really put all the hardware in, double nutted that motherfucker.
Yeah, baby.
And got some good brand new bungee straps that hadn't been used yet, and we put them down to good solid anchor points. We loaded it up full of beer and ice, and we hit we didn't hit road gear, but we hit grass gear.
Yeah.
And crank the old iTunes up on high.
Well, that's good. I'm happy about that.
I was real happy.
There's no better beer than one that comes from a mower cooler beer, you know.
Hell yeah, mo responsibility.
Yeah, that is very true. That is very true.
Good.
Thought I was going to burp.
What
there.
do you got going?
Not a thing. We got final exam tomorrow for investments.
Ooh.
Yep. Been a little busy.
Good grief. What is past white collar? Nobody talks about it. Are you allowed to talk about it?
I'm not there.
Be like a global elite.
I think it's like clear.
Yeah, but I think to be like a global elite, like you got to do some shady shit.
It'd be
with,
Oh, that's
clear.
not you, buddy. I bet you're going to be somewhere between white collar and shady shit. Like
I'm not going to be on like
Judge
Epstein Island.
Judy. I bet it's a black collar.
Is it a black collar?
That would be
Judge
like a black
Judy has
tie,
it.
huh?
No, Judge Judy has a black
Tuxedo.
collar.
Maybe you just get into like a tuxedo shirt level.
007.
Yeah, I'd love to be 007. No, I've just been busy. 12 straight days driving up to the resort because I love it.
Yeah.
Spent the weekend up there. So
With the missus.
Yeah, we talk about it on Friday Variety, but
yeah.
it was a nice little trip. But
Oh.
What'd you find?
Well,
Did you really look up what's above white collar?
What is above white collar? It says direct contributors, white or blue collar. Jobs are usually at the base of the pyramid. They're people who are doing real work that the company needs to be productive. Above that
It's individual contributor.
Yeah, this says direct contributor. Management, leadership, leads, supervisors, managers who are most likely but not always white collar or exempt roles.
But I'm not going to let that change me.
Hell no. I haven't let it change me.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Change directions, could
You-
change me.
Guys, you got so pissed off because I brought up singing 14 times last week, so let's not get this started. Because all I kept saying was, I want to sing. And everybody kept saying, it's a podcast.
Well, at the time we were recording the podcast. But hey, when you and our buddy Alan got onto the karaoke there as soon as we ended the recording,
God, he can sing. So can Dave. Like
boys
that.
got some pipes.
Yeah. Really cool.
Well, it'll work out on September 13th.
Yeah.
When everybody's going to hear
excited.
it. Yeah, it's going to be good. Hey, that ice cold opener was brought to you by our friends at Celebration Ice and our buddy Mark. It's not Siebert. Cyber.
That ice cold opener was brought to you by our friends at Celebration Ice. Celebration Ice is the official ice utilized by the Wondering Dutchmen podcast. You look in the freezer in Smoker's Lounge, and it's a bag of Celebration Ice. Not only can you get the 7-pound and 20-pound bag at your local gas station, but Celebration does so much more with ice for special events, solid ice blocks, and even dry ice. If your local gas station doesn't carry Celebration Ice, demand it today.
I met his brother, by the way.
I yelled at him. We were doing some asphalt work over in Ireland. And
What were you doing asphalt work in Ireland? Who do you work for?
Because the gas company in Huntingburg.
Who do you work
does number
for?
2 work for?
Who do you work for? But yeah, we were up there by Ireland Elementary, and he had taken his wife some food for lunch because she had surgery that Wednesday before. And he comes cruising through, and big old Celebration Ice plate on the front of this big old jacked up go to hell Jeep, And I'm like, hey, Mark! And he freaking crane necks around like, who in the is yelling at me? And then all of a sudden he's like, boop, boop, honking a little horny there, there, 1, 2. And then I was on my way back to the shop. Of course, somebody else was driving, and I seen that I had a message, and it was.
So you were able to answer.
Yeah, it was a message.
Careful, I spilt it.
He said,
spilt it.
Cadillac
was that you yelling at me? And I'm like, hell yeah, it was. He's like, I thought that was your
pounder, running around in high vis working for the city of Huntingburg.
shoveling asphalt.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, I met his brother, and he's like, he plays on a league, and he gave his name, and I was like, oh, by chance, just the way you said that, are you related to Mark? He goes, yeah, he's my brother. I think his name's Brian. I think that's right.
What kind of thing does he do? I feel like if your brother's an Iceman, you got to be like, if we learned anything from all the claymation videos, he must be the sun miser.
Yeah, I don't know what he does.
Mr.
I didn't ask that question.
Oh, heat miser.
Mr. Snow. You heard that song?
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big fella, what have you been wondering about?
Okay. So we talked about weather. Today is absolutely
Gorgeous.
Butte, Clark.
Epitome of the weather that I would enjoy to have year round.
What letter does epitome start with?
E.
There you go.
Yeah.
What do you think it started with?
E.
Well,
Oh,
everybody,
okay.
it says
It sounds different.
epitome.
Epitome.
Yeah. So I Googled.
Nora Pinefriend.
The back.
What'd you
There's
say?
a story about that.
No, what?
Nora, the individual in said anatomy and physiology class back in high school said Nora Pinefriend instead of norepinephrine. And everybody was like,
Norpinefriend.
what did you just say?
Oh, but damn. That's
Yeah.
a wild deal. So I was looking at, like, the humidity for today.
Humidities.
Yes.
It wasn't bad.
No, it was today at 7:15, or actually it was 8:50 when I was on my way out here this evening. It was 72 degrees, and the humidity was at 61%.
It was perfect for Kubotas.
Yes. And what I'm getting at is I then Googled top cities in the United States with the lowest humidity.
Ooh, are we going to make this a guessing game?
Well, no, not necessarily.
Oh,
but
okay.
my topic states is my topic is if you could pick a city that's on this list or area, not necessarily we're not living in the city because we all know that
We're not city folk.
we're not city folk. But if we could take
I had that conversation with somebody this
Today?
week. Yeah, because they were talking about living in the city, and I was like, "There's no way."
I'm out. So, but here's another thing too. So we're getting real hypothetical here. Put your pretend pants on.
I keep trying to push my rose-colored glasses up that aren't there.
So if you could
It kind of
take,
looked like a dog or a cat scratching like on a post.
if you could take your entire village, family, friends, neighborhood, like literally take
All of Holland.
our social unit and move it to one of these areas and like function as if life was normal in this spot.
Like neighbor Doug would just be next door.
Mm-hmm. Like it would literally
And
be.
you guys would be 2 miles down the road.
So
on
here's this:
1025.
we wouldn't even have to move. We would just swap their weather.
Oh, I thought you were going to say swap their wives, and I was like,
No,
that's not
I'm
good
not
either.
on that.
Yeah.
So the lowest on
Nobody
average,
wants to wear the horns of a cuckold.
the average, lowest average humidity.
Pacific Northwest.
Absolutely not.
Oh,
Are you
Pacific
serious?
Southwest.
Pacific Northwest? That's Seattle. It rains every gosh damn day.
Yeah, but it doesn't get humid.
Okay.
Humid is water.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
I ain't moving to the desert.
I know, dude.
Gets real
Listen,
cold at
hear
night.
me out. Las Vegas, Nevada has a relative humidity of 30.3%. Next on the list, Phoenix. Next on the list, Tucson. Now, this is a drastic jump.
I hate sweating.
I understand. Now, here's a drastic jump.
Orlando.
38.3. No. 38.3% was Tucson, Arizona. Now, those are the top 3 driest, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
because they're an arid desert climate.
Yes.
Sandpaper twats.
Now, let's shift gears and go to number 4.
Are we going to cleanly shift gears or are we going to grind them a little bit?
No, it's clean shift.
Okay. Clean
Denver,
shift.
Colorado. 52.0%.
We're like, what, 82 here in Indiana? 83?
Pretty tough. Salt Lake City, Utah, 55.3. Then we go to Fresno, 60. New
Out
York,
on
63.
Fresno. Out on New York.
Washington, D.C., 64. Oklahoma, 64. Now, that's just top 10s. You scroll down to, like, the states, and Indiana is...
We're in a tough spot here in the
boy,
Ohio
yeah,
River Valley.
We're tough.
Yeah,
Tough
I mean,
spot.
it's how we got to be such badasses.
Do you know what the most humid state in the United States of America is?
I can probably give it a guess. I bet it's most humid state,
Ooh.
Louisiana.
No. I'm going to go with Missouri. Georgia.
Did you know?
South Carolina.
Which is it?
Tennessee.
Absolutely not even close.
West Virginia. Florida.
Alaska.
Alaska. Yep. Alaska has an average relative humidity of 71.1%. Then we go into Florida. Yep.
And
Ours-
they're
so 70
reciprocals,
so
but
they-
they share
so-
a similar space on the hemisphere. Like away from the equator. Just one's up there and one's down yonder.
Yeah, but there's a big difference in Alaska's humidity and Florida's humidity.
Kind of
That's
like,
the other part of this equation here we're talking
Think that?
about.
Do you think that?
well, no, the humidity is the same.
Humidity,
The
yeah,
climate's
I'm
different.
saying the temperature. There's more
Now,
to
this
this.
doesn't make any sense to me. It says here the average relative humidity is 71.1% in Alaska.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then you see 74.5 in Florida,
Yeah.
74% in Louisiana, 73.
That's the average of the high.
This is average. Average relative humidity.
Okay.
So somebody didn't do very good on their list.
I wouldn't think so unless there's a different type of humidity
Journalism's
here.
failing us. Here. I mean, let's be
Indiana is 72%. So if you look at the map on this unit here, we are the kind of the darker shade of pink.
Well, you know what that has to do with?
No.
This part of especially this part of the state is a glacial, what do you call it?
Reservoir.
There you go. It's all just about fluid, boys, and we're a lowland, and that's where all the
Isn't it
water is.
wild how, like, the Mississippi River?
Runs dry.
Nope, that ain't
Runs
the
backwards?
Mississippi River. It's
Ohio
it's
Down to the
actually
Gulf Shore.
it's west of Missouri, west of Wisconsin,
That's
west
the
of
Colorado River.
all of them rivers there. Everything west of it is like drier than a popcorn fart. But then you come back over here, the whole East Coast.
Why
it's
do
just-
people say that? Popcorn fart. You ever heard of popcorn
Well, I
fart?
have. I've heard it a lot of times. I guess I'm
Wouldn't
not
it just be popcorn popping?
Well, no. I think it's because if you ate nothing but popcorn, you wouldn't have anything other than fiber to make a fart from, and it just wouldn't be anything but just probably air and fiber.
Okay.
I don't know.
So where are we moving to?
I don't know.
I'm
That's
not
what
moving anywhere. I'm staying right in Indiana.
Well, I mean, we're swapping.
Oh, no. There's no pineapples. We could swap if we wanted, and I would probably go to Alaska because of the pipeline money. and the loose.
See, we're talking
government.
about humidity, though.
I know, but what I'm saying is their humidity and our humidity.
Can we go to
aren't that
Hawaii? Can we go to Alaska and pan for gold?
God dang, guys, I'd pan for gold, but we speak of humidity, and I've got to lose some weight.
David, your nipples are on camera.
It's not my nipples; it's my breasts.
You were losing weight, buddy.
I am. I'm down under 300 still. I'm at an awkward state, guys. I'm at an awkward
Tough
state.
spot. Tough spot. Anyway, yep. I don't know. I was just thinking about it. I would probably go to. I don't know, man. Cesar just got back from Mexico, and he was saying that like it was in the 70s and 80s down there. Beautiful weather and everything
I
like
bet
that.
they got good food everywhere.
Oh yeah, and but like
And if you showed up down there making like burgers and dogs, somebody would be like, "Oh, that's different and exotic. Let's have some of that."
When I FaceTimed him one time, they were eating pizza at a pizza joint.
I would have never guessed that they were
That's
eating down there
what
in
I said.
Chihuahua, Mexico.
That's what I said. He was just a few hours outside of Mexico City, and he was chilling at a pizza joint, and I'm like, "What? You're eating pizza? You know what I mean? Like, yeah."
Do they have a lot of cartel issues where he's at?
I think that's all made up to keep us out of
I
probably
don't
what
think-
is God's country.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think that's made up.
I don't know. Did you know that when the body breaks down the fiber in popcorn, it releases lots of gas, causing bloating? That's why the popcorn fart thing. I don't.
Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be dry.
I guess not. No, I don't know.
Well, gas isn't wet normally, or else it'd be a liquid.
Yeah, but you got some other things in you that are a little wet.
Thank you, Mr. Obvious. I don't know. I just I hate humidity. I know that was a hard F, and I apologize, but I do not like
There
it.
ain't nothing worse than mowing for 4 hours and getting up, and
Dude.
then your crawl's all
Squirrely, swampy crawl.
Good grief! You step off to piss and don't know if you accidentally shit a little bit
So that-
because of the
doing the-
moist britches.
Doing the duty the other evening that I had to do that we'll talk about on Friday. You'll
Yeah.
hear about it, but
Oh, yeah.
like it was just
Doing the duty?
No, complete opposite of that.
But
you're
no,
taking it. Oh,
no,
not the complete opposite.
yeah, but just outside and that just. I think it was even worse in the evening time than it was in the middle of the afternoon. You know,
It hangs
Well, the
around.
sun doesn't bake it off.
right. It just kind of hangs, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was just really thinking about how awesome
God, I hate squishy cheeks.
and how awesome it felt today. You know, being
Bet you love to put your face between some cheeks when you're there, cowboy.
ooh, you motorboating son of a bitch. Anyway, that's what I was thinking about. Casey, what you got?
When you guys check out of a hotel, do you actually check out of so here's the conversation Janelle and I had. When you check out of a hotel, you have three options. You can just leave, take your keys with you. You can leave, but leave the keys in the room. You can leave, but go down to the front desk. Hey, checking out of 1315, enjoyed the stay. Take care. God bless. Or I guess when you're walking out, you can tell the lady that's clean, already out in the hallway, hey, we've checked out. It's good to be cleaned. And then hand her the keys, I guess. So maybe 4. But I was just thinking about it because we actually checked out on Sunday. And I don't know why we actually checked out, but probably just because, I don't know, I work there maybe. But it was profound because I don't know that any other hotel I've given a damn. I just walk out. Might even keep the key, throw it out on the way in, on the way out. But I was just wondering about that.
I think
Like, what do you think most people, we could survey the crowd, but, I was just wondering about, what you guys do with that.
I definitely go to the desk after we get all of our shit out, and we take the waiter cart or the
Bellhop cart.
Luggage cart. And we'll put all our bags on there, and we'll get the elevator, and we'll ride down, and we'll get to the bags, and getting ready to go outside to put the bags in the car. I'll always swing by the front desk and say, "Hey, we're room number."
Clog that sumbitch up. Good luck cleaning it.
Yeah, we're room number whatever. Here's the keys. We're out of here. Okay, sir. And then sometimes they don't they give you a receipt at the checkout?
Just only under your door.
Some places do
Yeah.
it just different ways. Because, see, I guess my whole theory of it was because I know the internal workings of things. All you're doing when you're checking out is letting them know to be able to let housekeeping know they go clean that room.
And that's how people get in early.
Yes.
Which I appreciate because
That's
I'm
it.
always early.
Yeah, that's not surprising. But that's what so I think that's why I checked out, because I was like, they can get that room cleaned. You know, maybe we're flipping it. We got a busy week coming up. Like, so I don't know. That's just
I'll always attempt to check out, but I don't wait for somebody to come to the desk. If we're walking out and somebody's at the counter, I'll let them know, hey, smoker 207, thanks. But I never turn in the key because, you know, well, you guys know what I'm talking about. There's always a few times a year you got to have your credit card or something to jimmy a door open, and you end up
100%.
ruining your credit card. So I always like to have 2 to 3 hotel key cards in there to jimmy doors open with, so I don't got to ruin a credit card or driver's license.
Do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some hotels that I've stayed in the past, they have like a box. Like
an express.
Yeah, to hell with
checkout.
that. I paid for that key. And
Well,
that's
yeah,
fine.
but like and Justine is super, super critical on, like, if there's a key box, you better make sure that both of them damn keys are in that box. And if you don't have the other one, you're going back upstairs to get it.
How many times have you like Jimmy did a lock open when you guys didn't have a key though, or you went back to her parents and they weren't there, so you had to get in the house or what have you?
So I haven't jimmied the lock with a credit card in quite some time, but I have done it before.
Yeah, I mean,
How often do you do it?
doesn't matter.
They call me the accountant, but I don't know. Like, if it's got a deadbolt, obviously we're not. I mean, anyway, long story short, I am always cognizant of trying to check out. Like, I always try to make an attempt to go to the desk and say, hey, basically what Smoke said. Yeah, we're out. Type stuff.
I guess I probably have always been bad about it because I don't. A lot of times, like, I'm just ready to get on the road. I know this may come as a surprise, but when it's time to leave, I'm ready to go. Like, we are, get your ass in, sit down, shut up, we're going.
No time for the peasant.
Exactly. So I kind of trying to be more cognizant of those things, because if they got to fill the room right away, you know, let them know. Give them an extra hour or, you know, 2, depending on when you're leaving, to get in there.
Yeah, I
and do
hate
that.
when I show up somewhere 2 hours early and like, sorry, sir, you can't check in for another 2 hours. And I'm like, well, shit.
Gonna
Guess
sit
I'll
here and-
sit in your lobby,
and drink
drink beer by myself, and sing to my headphones right here in front of God and everybody until you get me a room.
There you go.
And,
Do you guys tip? Do you leave a tip for housekeeping?
No.
Have you ever?
No.
You never have?
No.
We've only done it once.
Must have been real good. Did
Twice.
you get like a handy or something before you woke up?
Hey, not only will I carry your suitcase, but I will tug you.
No. Somebody may have, in my household, I'm going to name names, somebody, when we first went to Grand Rapids, kind of as a first kind of couples trip.
Yeah.
Grand Rapids is known as Beer City, USA. They make the homemade stuff up there quite a
yeah.
bit. And she just wasn't prepared for it.
Yeah.
So we were laying down in this nice hotel when all of a sudden she puked the old Oregon Trail all the way into the restroom.
That's
And-
why you always get a 2-queen bedroom, even if there's only 2 of you, because you never know what's going to happen in the first bed. Might need
Well,
that
no,
second
I
one.
mean, luckily she
No, that's brilliant.
made it out. I don't like sleeping in a queen, though. I'm used to sleeping in a king.
Well, you could have told her to sleep in a pukey bed.
Yeah, if you were in a queen, I mean, hell, you might just not sleep in the. If you got 2, why would you sleep together?
Yeah.
Do you sleep in separate beds or rooms with your wife?
At home?
Well, I mean, just in general. Hell, I don't
No, I
know.
only got a 2-bedroom house. Hell no. No, but like if it's just her and I,
You
and there's
sleep in separate beds?
sure.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
Yeah.
You too?
I've been trying to tell Jenna for a while. I mean, I love her to death, but I said, hey, we should do the 2-twin thing. And when it's time to, like, you know, when the kids are gone, we can scoot them bitches together. Because I don't like
That's
getting
kinda what
yelled
I
at
was
for
thinking. Like, if
flopping too
you got
much or
2
stealing
bedroom-
the covers.
If you've got 2 beds in the same hotel room and it's just you and her, I mean, one's for jumping and one's for sleeping. You know what I mean? Obviously.
Well, no, but you share a bed because I'm the same way. One's
One's for jumping and one's for sleeping. Yeah. But like if say
That way you ain't got to worry about sheets or pillowcase.
if she's pissed off or something like that, it's like, well,
You can go sleep in the jump bed.
pound sand, woman, I'm gonna sleep in the jump bed. Or
Oh, no. You tell her or you just got to get her drunk.
yeah,
This is a sleep bed,
you're sleeping in the jump bed.
but then the jump bed's a sleep bed. You don't want to sleep in the jump bed.
No,
No.
yeah.
Trouble.
You guys are animals.
What do you mean?
I don't. You're telling me that if you had your choice of a hotel room, if you could have.
Oh no! If I
So
had
I
how
would
my,
pick a double queen over a single king anytime.
are you kidding
will?
me? Wow, no, I would.
1000%.
I'm out. I would
Like, I
take
mean, how many times has your situation arose? Because, like,
no, few and far between. You know what I mean?
I just don't believe that your wife would be happy if you said, "Sweetie, I'm gonna go sleep over there."
You obviously don't know my mother or my wife.
Well, that's one of them Freudian slips.
My wife. I mean, yeah.
My mother says,
Not my mom. I do not sleep with my mom in hotel rooms.
Hey, big guy, it's okay.
Shut your mouth and you get your shit together. Knock it off right now. Anyway, what I
There's
said.
a little bit of Linda Maester just came out.
Unreal. Yeah, right. I would definitely take the single king
I
room
bet you would.
over the double queen.
But your raccoon buddy too.
But if we had a double, here
Making a
comes his
threesome.
crying voice again.
Stop
He can't
it.
keep his shit together.
Raccoon.
If we had a double queen, yeah, my wife would kick my ass out in a heartbeat.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I prefer the
You
double
ain't been
queen
married
over a
long
single
enough,
king.
sucker. You ain't been married long enough.
8 years and 3 kids. That's long enough.
Hell yeah, that's a long ass time.
It's not like we've only been married 2 years.
I'd say your wife loves you a lot more than my wife loves me.
Well, I have a lot of great attributes that would probably make her love me.
I could not think for 1 minute that being a bed partner with you would be not good. I think it would be great. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I really looked forward to being your bed partner on our little indie trip. But you're like,
You
oh
started
no,
pulling gats.
oh no, I can't. I gotta have room here. No,
That's
this is
not
only
what happened at all.
this is only a queen. There's just no way. I mean, you could sleep on the couch out there if you wanted to.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
At least Dave gave me a spot. Jeez.
Yeah,
Well, then I had a nightmare.
spoon buddies.
That's right. Oh shit! I thought somebody was coming in the window.
Dude, I thought I was gonna have to like f***ing throat check you because I thought you were shooting the upstairs neighbors.
I should have told you guys.
yeah, because we did. We may or may not have been heavily armed in that room
We might have.
for some reason.
There would have for sure been 3 in there. I don't know if there was a 4th. Sir, what happened to your door?
Don't worry about it. I just had a really, really bad dream. Actually, the guy in there, he said he didn't dream, but he does. He's a goddamn liar. And holy shit. Well, sorry. Now you're gonna.
You just call Uncle Todd. He'll let you know it's all legit.
You
It's
lost
all
your
legit.
deposit because there's bullet holes in the drywall.
It's okay.
And old producer Arlo's just sitting on his side of the room, oblivious to any of the shit.
Yeah, no shit. He's on the whole ass other side of the living room.
It's probably good that he was. So you do that all the time. Like you and the missus travel, and it's just you two. You'll get a double queen.
Most of the time, if we're traveling, so maybe it's not apples to apples. Most of the time, if we're traveling without kids, we're going somewhere where, like, friends may show up. You know, like concerts or, you know, whatever else people may do. So we just as soon have a double queen bed than a single king. That way, if somebody needs a place to crash, we got it.
Absolutely not.
It's just how we roll.
That's not how. No, the warden. When we went to the Tyler Childers concert, and A-Hole brought his trash bag cot,
Yeah.
and I invited him to sleep on the couch in the suite that we had. You know, and luckily he didn't.
Did
Because
you get in trouble for that?
no, yes, but luckily we didn't. He didn't. He slept in my brother's truck in the parking lot, but luckily he.
That's a wild scene.
Luckily, he did not stay in our room because there was a boxing match that went down in our room because after the warden went for her jog. You remember that? And I
yeah.
was trying to really reprimand her. She was not in any mood to be reprimanded.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, we don't share rooms with people when we go literally anywhere.
Lovers quarrel.
Yeah, well, you never know.
Well, hey,
it's
they do that because the makeup
No, that's
So
not
much
how
better.
it works. The domestic violence charges. Yeah, moving on. But
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
Black eyes and blue balls. That makes for a good marriage. Right there.
that could be a new T-shirt. Yeah, that. I don't know. I think like our hotel room etiquette, like to your point, like friends or what, like we just wouldn't care. Like, hey, come on in, but we wouldn't go 2 beds. Like, hey, you can sleep on the floor. If like it was a couch or something, obviously, but if there's not,
Yeah, we definitely always go to, because there's been plenty of times where like Jenna gets upset, like you're hogging all the blankets, or like I'm a hot sleeper, like I
Me
sweat a
too.
lot,
Yeah,
and
me
Jenna
too.
sometimes she's just like, hey, you fat sweaty bastard,
get off of me.
and then she'll just go grab another bed, and I'm like, hey, perfect, GTFO,
GTFO.
there you go. Sounds good.
hell yeah.
Smoker, what have you been wondering about?
You know, I thought of it earlier, and now we've got off on this wild tangent. I've just been thinking about all sorts of stuff. It's been real freaking hot lately, and today it kind of cooled down a little bit. Work's been crazy, and sports are settling down for the most part, but then
To
the other
just get
sports are
back
kicking
busy,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, it's freaking wild. And I mean, to be real honest, it's been such a busy 9 days.
Mm-hmm.
I guess 7 days since we've met, but the 2 days before that one was pretty rough.
Yeah.
I've just tried not to think, to be real honest. It's just been the grind.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to try to just shut your eyes and ignore the world, hoping to come out with your edge. You know what I mean?
Well, that's now that you're a white collar guy, those are the kind of problems you're gonna have now. Yeah.
Maybe that's my problem. Trying to mix my blue and white, and it comes out like some sort of weird pearlescent
Baby blue.
baby blue. You guys gave me so much shit for wanting to sing last week. I cut a lot of that out because here's the deal.
because you
Here's
were
the
so
deal, Wanderers.
persistent.
I was pretty drunk last week. Okay,
There's no pretty about
I
it.
got real up.
You were tanked.
And I had to cut a lot out of Friday's episode because I will trim the F bombs like nobody's business. But if there's as many beeps as there is talks, it doesn't even make any goddamn sense. So we started off at like I think an hour and 13 minutes, and it finished at like 52. I cut out like,
That's okay.
That's okay.
well, that's like a lot. Like normally we don't cut that much out.
So is your wonder? I'm just gonna help here. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
throw an
that's-
assist, a
yeah.
lifeline,
Yeah.
a lifeline. So is your wonder? Do you ever just shut the brain off and not wonder at all?
Yeah. Do you ever do that?
All the time. All the time.
I get accused of checking out more than I care to talk about.
How do you feel about it though? Like, so say you don't have to admit you're doing it, and you can deny it because you got responsibilities, but like when you finally get to shut it off, and there's so much shit going on, and kids are crying, and wives are pissed, and the bills are due, and the truck's about out of gas, but the mower's got gas, and it's only 77 degrees, and the beers are cold.
So you
And
just
the music's hitting, and you're just driving in straight lines and turning around every 3.5 or 4.5 minutes. How do you feel?
do you really time how like long your
Amazing.
lines are?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I don't know if that's what it is or not,
Amazing.
but I feel like
absolutely
it's probably
amazing. Like today. So right after work today, went to the soccer field because it's time.
It's time
Soccer.
for soccer.
And
hopefully.
we had
I saw the news that they broke
it's
ground.
tough spot.
Breaking
What broke
ground.
ground?
Parking's going to be
They dug up half the
nightmare.
soccer field.
no. We're losing a big portion of where the U12 field, but we're losing all of the parking on the south end of the facility. So there will be no access on the
Expansion at the water treatment facility.
south wastewater.
Wait. South End. That's where we park. Like where the
Yeah.
concession stands at.
No,
You
anymore
are
you
so effed.
Now you won't. Now you won't be able to.
You're going to
enter
have
that.
to walk from
You have to
Cherry
go-
Street.
You know, I know they're your employer, and I know he listens to the show, but I'm not happy about this.
Yeah, I know.
I enjoyed parking.
You know
where I
what
could
breaks
just-
my heart? It seems like there's plenty of facility and parking spaces on Sunset Drive.
Oh yeah, and
Seems like we could have all sorts of soccer over there.
we'll try to get something going for that too.
Yeah,
That's
it
how
really
works.
should.
But no,
Really
like so
should.
today we went down and we got everything. We got everything set up. Like we got the map drawn, flags in the ground, pins. We're just
Did
ready.
you mow?
Yes,
Yeah.
we were ready to string and paint. They brought me
That Hustler? No, not a Hustler.
Skag,
Skag.
Tiger Cat 2, 61-inch high velocity,
Brown leather.
12.4 hours on the machine. Dropped it off. I set the deck at 3 because we mow it tight, keep it real tight because of the playing surface.
We like them tight.
playing surfaces and everything like that. And man, I didn't even have any headphones. I didn't have any music. I didn't have anything. Like I just mowed.
You listened to that bad boy purr.
Yeah, like
My headphones died halfway through the neighbor's front yard, and I still had to finish my backyard when I got here, and I was just snug as a bug in a rug, just mowing up
so like
and down the yard.
You love mowing too at night with your spaceship lights and everything like that.
Yeah.
And it's like not only do I love to mow, but like I think it's just in the evening time after the kids have gone to bed. And the warden, she'll mentally check out and just doom scroll. And I'll go down and take a shower, come back up, get dressed for bed, and literally just turn something stupid. I mean, not even like the whole thing about watching 20 minutes of a show and then like falling asleep. Yeah. That's my checkout time. You know what I mean? Like I just shut it off. Like I don't want to talk about schedules. I don't want to talk about what's going on tomorrow. I don't want to talk about. I really don't even want to talk. Like I just want to pat my wife on the butt and nod on and off, and
Pat
then
my pud and get on with my day.
yeah, and then like when it's time, I'll roll over, shut the lamp on, strap up,
Shut the lamp on.
shut the lamp off.
Okay.
Yep. Shut it down, strap up, game over.
You know, that's what I like
And
about
I love it.
motorcycling.
I love
Just like a mower, you got them high RPMs. You got a little bit of something you got to keep. You got to keep her between the lines if you want to stay alive.
Yep.
But other than that, it's just nothing but grins in your thoughts. You know what I mean?
That's what it is.
God dang, I do like just straddling something that it could explode and blow your legs off at any minute. You know what I'm saying? And just freaking ripping down the highway with no helmet on, thinking, man, if I fell, it would scrape all my skin
I don't
off.
think if that Harley Davidson engine blew apart, it would blow your legs off. I think your nutsack would be toast.
Well, you don't
Especially
need
if that back cylinder goes.
You don't need them anymore.
That's that bitch would probably take your dick and balls clean off and then come straight up to your chin.
I got a weird scroted, kind of hang both sides.
Oh, it won't spread that much. That's a wide ass seat. If you got that much play in your satchel, boy, you got problems.
Takes a whole lot of balls to be this much of a badass.
Hey, by the way, I was road glide shopping, and I saw one that had like
Going for a fixed fairing bike, huh?
the exact
nice.
paint scheme
Hell
of yours.
yeah.
And I was like, how cool would it be that if Dave and I had matching bikes like that?
Hey,
Mild hogs.
mild hogs. Do you actually check out at a hotel? Trying to-
CPAPs
I'm
and CPAPs and Harley.
And can't wait to hit up the local chili cook-off. You know what I mean?
Oh, shoot. Hey,
Smelled so good.
you know what it is time for? It's time for a quick pause for the cause. But before we take a little break,
Tell me.
last week you heard on Wednesday and Friday our buddies from Overboard, Alan and Derek, and then other new guy that may be there, may not be there. We don't know. Worm, who you thought was a cop, clearly
He
wasn't
looked
a
like a cop.
You know what the funny thing
Well-
was when we left? Justine was like, "So who was in the band?" And I'm like, the two dudes that were like on the microphones, like they were talking. I was kind of being a dick because I was ready to go.
Yeah, you were.
And sober Sally. And she goes, "But who was that pretty man that was sitting on the couch?"
He is a pretty man.
the pretty one. Who's the pretty boy? The pretty man. And I'm
The pretty
like,
boy, huh?
honey, that's Worm.
That's Worm.
I worked with Worm for a long time. Did he used to have really long hair? And I'm like, yeah, really long hair.
Now, did you say he lost some weight?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
He's
okay.
been gaining some.
God, no, he's been gaining some. He's always been a star.
I didn't mean that Worm in like a bad way, but I remember him specifically saying, look
Yeah,
at this. He
yeah.
had like basically one of my tits in his stomach
It looked like
area.
he was. I looked like he weighed
115, and he was
110
probably
pounds.
102
It
back
looked
in
like
the
he was
day.
110 pounds, and he was
bloated.
6 months pregnant.
Yeah, too much bread from
Four months pregnant.
from the
like just a
Fazoli's.
itty bitty little baby bump.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cute.
he said, "Yo, yeah, look at this."
Yeah,
And
that's
I'm
cute.
like, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah, that's cute.
You still weigh less than one of my legs.
So, anyways, reminding you, this pause for the cause is
we
brought to you
really
by
spun off there.
yours truly, because we're telling you that on September 13th,
Friday.
at the main stage of Holland Fest, our friends Overboard will be taking the stage.
And when they take a break, I'm going to take the stage.
Bingo. And
Gonna
when
make
I'm,
it my bitch.
when I'm telling you it's going to be a party, it's going to be a party because we may buy 300 beer tickets 100 beer tickets.
300
300?
and 4 bottles of sweet berry wine.
They
How much is a beer ticket?
like $4 or $5.
Okay, well, we'll buy
we
100
get
of
a
them.
special discount.
We'll ask for a discount because we'll make a donation.
We'll make a donation to the fire department.
Yeah, they get us 100 beer tickets. Come have a beer on us. Enjoy Overboard because them guys are going to rock. The problem that Holland Fest is going to have, they're going to
The
say,
noise
boys,
ordinance.
you got to shut it down. And you know what? We're going to play a little Beastie Boys.
You gotta fight for your right to party.
And we'll be right back. Hey, all right, and we're back. Glad we could bring you that pause for the cause.
She got legs.
Just remember, September 13th, Holland Park, going to be a blast. Smoke Dragon's going to take care of being on stage,
Leading up to my big 4-0.
leading up to the big 4-0. But it is time for the Merkley & Sons Choice Cut Questions of the Week for the fellas, brought to you by Merkley & Sons. This segment is brought to you by Merkley & Sons, the ultimate destination for meat enthusiasts. Have you ever bought a 30-pound box of bacon at one time? Well, I did, and it was quite the experience. Opening up that box of fresh Merkley's bacon, knowing that there was 30 pounds of deliciousness in there, my goodness, what a deal. Be on the lookout next time so you can share in the same experience that I had. All right, fellas, here we go. So I had the weekend away with the wife.
Oh, yeah.
Not a real far weekend away, but a weekend away. So that made me think that maybe there's some good choice cut questions in there for a little consideration when it comes to a weekend away with the missus. So what would be the first thing you'll do on your weekend away when you realize the kids ain't around? Keep it clean, obviously.
Hump.
There you go. Like immediately? Like bags get put down and
I'm
it's
not
like a
actually
National
talking
Geographic.
about humping because my mom listens to this show.
Oh, yeah.
She knows how
better.
you brought 3 kids. Well, you only had sex twice. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You had twins and then you screwed up on that one.
Yeah, that's too bad.
So first thing we do when we go out of town and we check into the hotel room is usually just sit down, relax.
Light a candle.
No,
Play some smooth jazz.
absolutely not. No.
Okay.
Find the thermostat.
Turn that some bitch down.
Yeah, because it's usually hotter than the fire of 1,000 suns in them hotel motel rooms. If you're, depending on the time of year, of course. But yeah, and I want there's a lot of variables. You know, if we're hungry, we're gonna go eat food. If we're thirsty, we're gonna go get a drink. If we're wanting to jump, then we're gonna jump. You know what I mean? On the jumping bed or the main bed that we'll jump on one side.
Pick
of.
one.
Yeah. Usually we jump on the side that I sleep on though. So yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Anyway, you, Dave?
Smoke Dragon?
You know what? I like to piss with the door open.
Amen. Shit. Yeah. I like poop with the door open too.
Either or. Just ain't got to shut no doors. Get in there, kick your britches off because you can be walking around in your undies. And
Wait
it
a
don't
minute.
matter.
Not like the main door.
That one too.
Oh, to the hallway.
No, I'm kidding.
Howdy, roomie.
Yeah, I'm definitely a door shutter, and I don't like the kid. Like if the kids see me, I'm full dressed. Like I'm
Yeah.
a
Weird guy.
kick the britches and shoes off, and I'm gonna piss with the door open. That's how I roll.
What about you?
Set stuff down and generally thermostat, and then I immediately just kind of like crash on the bed just to kick my feet up.
Yeah.
Just kind of get the feel for the room.
Yeah. That's good.
Because Janelle will unpack. I'm not an unpacker.
No.
I live out of the suitcase.
Oh, I always unpack and put all the clothes in the drawers.
No, you don't.
Why are you surprised by that?
You do?
Why are you surprised by that?
Like if I go, especially when I travel for work, first thing I do is make all the things and then pack it all in and put the phone and then wrap the cord up and then, oh, hell yeah.
Why are you surprised by it? You give me such shit.
So you know the little wire or the metal frame deals with the straps that you put your suitcase on?
Yes.
The suitcase stand or whatever? You know what I'm talking about?
No, but okay.
Okay, never mind. Moving on. Next one.
Which one of you is more likely to make that midnight snack run on your weekend away?
Oh, me.
Oh, I don't ever leave for a snack. too drunk by the time midnight comes.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, now when you say midnight snack run, does DoorDash count? Or Uber Eats?
Yeah, you could call
Now,
it.
when I was out in California last time, I dipped my toes in the Uber Eats.
When that's all, it's awesome, ain't it?
Yeah.
I do too. I think it's cool as shit. I love it.
Nothing better than a good old
Taco Bell sack of tacos at 2 o'clock in the morning.
When you're half into
Yeah.
a bottle of some sort of brown liquor, and then you're like, man, a quesadilla and 14 tacos sounds good.
Yep.
But you can't drive.
No,
And then you call them and they're like, yeah, we'll bring it to you.
dude,
I'm
we
like,
DoorDashed a whole ass order from a place when we were in Indy a few weeks ago. Or, no, it was in Chicago is where we were, up to seeing when Justine was finishing up with school. And we took our kids and shit, and like we DoorDashed a whole ass meal, like for 6 people, 7 people, and literally they knock on the door.
gotta watch that time.
If you could teleport
But
anywhere,
you didn't answer the question.
Yeah, he did. He said he likes to kick his shoes off. And
No.
Oh, the
Who's
midnight-
going on the snack run?
oh, it would be me in a heartbeat.
Yeah, for
I'm the
sure.
snacker.
Yeah.
If you could teleport anywhere for your weekend away, where would it be? So travel's not an issue.
Jamaica.
is this travel without your chillins?
Yes.
So
I
we
would
can
send
get
the
away.
chillins to somewhere else and stay home. Like I would teleport them to wherever the shit they wanted to go and stay here with my smoking hot ass wife.
But what if your kids could stay home and then you could go somewhere else?
Like I worked my dick off to get this house on a hill with that above ground pool built into a hill. I'm staying here in Smoker's Lounge.
with the ruined deck that you're going to have to repair. And fix
No,
now.
it's okay.
It's a character builder. I just know somebody's been screwing with it now.
Anyway, you.
Uh,
That's wild. You wouldn't go anywhere?
No, I'd send my kids to Holiday World or wherever Grandma and Grandpa wanted to go, and I like my bed and my pool and my wife.
Yeah.
We'd have a good old time.
My wife.
My wife.
I would say coast of France or Italy or the Greek islands. Like that's a weekend getaway.
Good grief, you ain't got your American freedom over there.
You're on the island somewhere.
Yeah, that's fine. Just go over there and be somebody else's, puppet.
Oh my goodness. So who's more likely to forget to pack something important?
Like out of us 3?
Out of you and your wife. I
Out of
think.
you and the wife, or
Oh, I did. This is an embarrassing saying.
no, not here.
But I did forget my CPAP one time,
Oh, I forgot that before.
and that was brutal. But probably me. Yeah.
I'm definitely one to forget because I set a time that we need to be on the road. And if we ain't on the road at that time, shit's hitting the fan. And I don't care if we forgot the kid or the vehicle. We're leaving. And we're never ready. And Jen's like, we should check. I'm like, it, we got it all.
Yeah.
Get in the goddamn
And
car.
I'm a big proponent
And
of
we
it.
get like, if we turn the corner, we can be at the end of the driveway and turn the corner. That's why I don't stop at the end of the driveway because I don't stop. We roll around the corner. Did you get your CPAP? Nope. And we just take off because it, I ain't turning around. If we go back, I'm staying
That's wild.
because I don't like leaving.
Yeah, that's insane to me, but
That's different strokes for different
folks. Amen,
Yeah.
brother.
Oh,
What
yeah.
about you?
Janelle is such a pre-packer. She wouldn't forget. It would likely be me, but I'm such a bad packer. I throw everything in a suitcase, so I don't forget too much. I got my essentials that I know for sure that I'll have. You may forget a cord or something, but we can work around that. Let's see here. So you're at the resort or you're somewhere. Do you have a secret code word for escaping conversations when you run into other couples?
Good grief! What kind of BDSM person asks these questions? Armageddon.
Oklahoma. Code Oklahoma. So I don't know.
I hope this ain't none of her parents.
We did run into this the last time we were down in that dump shithole in Florida that we go to, and we were sitting waiting on a table at a restaurant, and there's a small fire pit right there, and the kids were like, I think throwing cornhole or doing something. And Justine and I were sitting there around this fire pit, and there was a couple that was just very forceful with conversation. Wanted to really talk. And
were you wearing pineapple britches?
Well, that's exactly what she said. She goes, man, I got real big swinger vibes off that dude. And I was like, well, his wife didn't like grab me by the crotch or nothing, you know what I mean? But I kind of smelt what she was stepping in as well. But we never had no code words or nothing. So no, I don't know. We just kind of we just usually just write it out, or man, would you look at the time or something, you know?
We don't have a code word. I've never found myself in a situation where I wish I had a code word.
Yeah, that's exactly how that'd play out.
Make it awkward. That really big gulps, huh?
Yeah, but to that point, like I would be in the same boat as you. Like, hey, nice talking to you. We'll see you. Like, just wouldn't hang around. What would be the most ridiculous souvenir you could bring back for the kids?
Oh, God, I don't bring souvenirs back for kids.
No. Most ridiculous one would be some sort of like noisemaker shit or a glow stick that's not going to glow when we get there. I don't know. We're big on T-shirts, like if we were going to go somewhere that we've never been before, we'll get a T-shirt or whatever. But yeah, I don't know.
God, I feel like a real piece of shit. My souvenir is Daddy came home. Ta-da! That's it. Like,
oh,
here I am.
wow.
We would, like, with our kids being as young as what it is, we could bring home the pens and paper pads in there.
Oh, hell yeah.
And they'd love it.
Right, stationary out of the hotel desk.
My younger brother's been known to lift one of them Bibles out of the drawers.
Oh, hell
Get out of here.
He was a young pup when it happened, but yeah, he may have took
Damn Bible thief.
yeah, he may have took
A lot
one
of rolling
them.
papers if you needed them. Not saying that, your
Yeah,
brother was
yeah.
Up in smoke. What are you gonna
Yeah, that's true. But I would say, you bring home something just they're at that age where they wouldn't get like a gag gift, so it'd be one of those things. Let's see here. What's the most unusual place you could ever think about visiting? Is there somewhere where you're like, I don't know.
Probably would never go to the south side of Chicago
Oh, there's
on
stuff there.
a trip.
Yeah, that would be a tough spot.
Yeah.
Southwest there.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be
Chirac is what
we're
they
just
call
saying
that.
what would be a terrible place to
Not
vacation.
terrible, but like somewhere unusual.
Yeah.
He took it to an extreme.
I feel like it'd be unusual to go to an orphanage where there's children thinking that maybe they're going to have a new parent. You just walk in and be like, oh my God, look at all this, and then leave with no intention of ever taking a child. That would be weird.
Oh my God. That would be weird, dude. Holy shit. Talk about the old Philadelphia fake out. That's terrible.
Show up with teddy bears and pinwheels and then just leave.
Oh shit! This isn't our hotel.
Pinwheels.
This isn't our hotel, honey. This is an orphanage.
God.
Uh,
Where's Annie at? I want to give her a high five and then we got to go.
so the one I had mine was Pittsburgh.
Oh, lots of orphanages.
Well, just an unusual place. We played rugby over in Pittsburgh when I was in law school. Loved it. Had a great night, but I don't remember a whole lot of the details of that night. So I think it would just be fun.
Oh my goodness.
It would just be fun getting back. You know what I mean?
Look at this foxy lady.
Who would be the better planner for a surprise romantic gesture on the weekend getaway?
Me.
Jenna. She would definitely be the plan more than I would.
There you go. That's perfect. All right. Those are your Merkley and Sons choice questions of the week for the fellas. Brought to you by Merkley and Sons. It is time now for us to wrap this bad boy up. We're glad you have joined us along.
That's right.
So we're going to take one more lap around the table. Brought to you by Hayes Heating, Air, and Repair. Our buddy Todd Hayes. Probably don't need the air conditioner too much, but we're going to have another hot stretch here.
Oh, yeah.
And if your air conditioner's not keeping up, give our buddy Todd a call. Him and the fellas will get out there, get you back, because nobody wants a hot house. Ask big fella over there.
The final trip around the table is brought to you by Hayes Heating, Air, and Repair of Huntingburg. Todd Hayes and the fellows are ready to assist you. Is your house hot and it shouldn't be? Probably need to get that looked at. Is your air conditioner making funny noises? Something else you probably ought to get looked at. Todd and the crew stand ready to assist you in keeping your house cold for you and, of course, the rest of your household. Give Todd a call today at 812-630-5719.
All right. What you got?
So after going to the Courage for Courtney benefit, which was awesome, we'll get more into that. If you listen to Friday's show, we'll get into detail there. But
That's a tease, Dave.
my biggest takeaway is, I know this is cliche and I've said it before, but YOLO, dog. You know, like, don't sweat the small shit. Don't let the bad days win. You only get one shot at this thing called life, and take advantage of it. And yeah, that's all I got, man. Keep your stick on the ice.
Smoke Dragon. Long sigh there from Smoke Dragon.
I just feel bad that I don't have a whole lot to give as far as insight today, and I think that's probably a blessing because I've not had anything bite me in the ass that bad this week. I might have brought her a cabinet home today, and then darn near throwed my back out getting it into the house.
A cabin.
Cabinet.
Oh.
A cabinet.
Well, why didn't you
A
ask?
hutch.
You got
She said, wait for the guys to get here, and I said, no.
You got a
They-
strapping young boy in there that can squat a house. Why didn't
Well,
he get it
he's
lifted
working at the golf course, picking up golf balls and doing his own thing.
Yeah, there you go.
What about you, buddy?
Yeah, well, hey, just a big thank you to Kyler Henry, K&J Insurance. We appreciate them being on board. Big thank you for that ice cold opener by our friends at Celebration Ice and Mark Seibert, because if it's not Celebration, then
I got yelled at last week.
F you.
there we go. Of course, September 13th, Holland Fest. That's that Friday. Our boys Overboard are going to put on a show. I thoroughly believe.
Barbecue contest on the next
Yeah, I
day,
forgot to mention
14th.
that. Yeah, so check in there on the 13th, and then the competition on the 14th. Come see us. We'll be down by the splash pad or the cabin, whichever one you're more familiar
Gosh,
with.
I'm going to splash the shit out of
Well,
that
they
pad.
close that splash pad down in September,
Bet me
beginning
money.
of September. Big thank you to Todd Hayes with Hayes Heating, Air, and Repair. We appreciate all of our sponsors that help us bring you this fine show. I think the only thing I can think of is I had a nice weekend with the missus. Probably talk about it on Friday. Busy with work this week. Busy finishing up another semester, which means you get this class done. I'll officially be halfway done. Which is scary because it seems like I've been doing it for years. But yeah, I just no complaints. And I hated that we missed the Courage for Courtney. We didn't make it down, but we'll talk about it on Friday's show. But just happy to be back. Happy to be here with my buddy Smoke. Happy to be here with my
We
buddy
did this
Big
last
Mace.
week, and I think I liked it watching the video.
I do too.
Did we raise up as we went? And with that,
Dutchman
Dutchman
out.
out.